A few weeks ago, I was shown an Instagram reel of Charles Leclerc jumping into a pool and then off the cliffs of Monaco. Now, I thought this was just a meme presenting the Ferrari experience, aka going from joy then straight to the fucking pavement, until I realized Charles himself liked the video. This is what 7 years of Ferrari does to a man. I'm still surprised he's lasted this long. But that might make you think Charles Leclerc is the unluckiest driver in Formula 1. But truth is, he's not even close. There's Nico Hülkenberg, Roman Grosjean, Felipe Massa, Niki Lauda, any other Ferrari driver, but especially Robert Kubica, a Polish driver who could have been champion but never was because he drove shitboxes, then severely broke his arm in 2003 in a road accident, and 8 years later shattered the exact same arm while rallying. However, this makes Kubica the unluckiest racer of all time. No matter which category he drove in, shitty luck came with. So when it comes to Formula 1, that spot goes to Fernando Alonso. Some of you might disagree, I completely understand, but this man has gone through 23 years of F1, more than 15 years of pure dread, numerous missed opportunities, high-speed crashes, engine failures, horrible career decisions, and enough tractors driven in his career to start a fucking farm. Fernando's luck has been so horrible that he either needs a rocket ship of a car or a miracle. And I hope this video gives him exactly that. And no, I won't call this delusion because I have a new saying. It's only delusional until it works. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Fernando's F1 career started in 2001, driving for Minardi. During this time, Oscar Piastri was still in dough form. But Alonso didn't shine until he joined Renault in 2003. And just 2 years later, he pulled off stunning overtakes on Michael Schumacher in Suzuka.
In 130 up, and Alonso having none of it, straight around the outside.
Held him off phenomenally in Imola.
He's not going to, he locks a breakdown. Amazing defensive driving by Fernando Alonso.
And won the championship. Keep in mind, Alonso was against the Michael Schumacher, and he also won his rivalry against Michael again the next year. During this time, Charles Leclerc was still a little jit, while Oliver Behrman and Kimi Antonelli were gerbils. Alonso has been in Formula 1 for a while, and little did he know that 05 and 06 were the only good times he was gonna have for the next 15 fucking years. Because as soon as 2007 hit, this is where it all went downhill. Bam! Alonso joins McLaren, a team with a rocket ship. But then boom! He gets Lewis Hamilton as a teammate, who was a rookie at the time. But that's still Lewis Hamilton. So they went at it. They battled on track. There were even times Lewis didn't let Alonso through in qualifying, and Fernando got so pissed he delayed his pit stop, preventing Lewis from starting a new lap.
Yep, they want him out of there. Now Alonso's not getting on with it. Only 1:40 to go. Is he blocking Hamilton here? Is that a bit of a tactic within the team there to give Hamilton a bit of a headache?
But at the end of the day, none of that shit mattered because McLaren got disqualified from the Constructors' Battle for having top-secret technical documents from Ferrari, aka Spygate. But honestly though, thank God the team decided to share info with Ferrari in 2007, because if Spygate happened in 2025, McLaren would end up slower. Also, Lewis and Alonso ended 2007 tied in second place, losing to Kimi Raikkonen, who won with just a single point. So after a way too stressful year at McLaren, Fernando returned to Renault in 2008, in the hopes of finally finding some peace that he desperately needed. But he ended up nowhere fucking near that, because right after Spygate, Fernando gets hit with Crashgate. During the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix, Nelson Piquet Jr. was secretly told to crash on purpose to bring out a safety car, allowing Alonso to win the race. And it worked. Alonso won until Nelson had beef with Renault, so he leaked the juicy secrets to the press in 2009. And boy, did the cookie crumble. Renault personnel were suspended, fired, fined, and Alonso was right in the middle of it. Though he got out scot-free, which was lucky. This man survived 2 gates in 2 years. But if you think about it, Alonso's luck was so bad that Renault had to plan a crash for him to win. But now let's jump to Fernando's Ferrari experience from 2010 to 2014. And just like any other modern era Ferrari driver, it's never good.
Let's make the jump to hyperspace.
In 2010, Alonso lost to Sebastian Vettel by only 4 points, and the worst part is, in the final race, Alonso couldn't overtake Petrov and finished 7th, believing that P7 cost him the win. But even if he finished P5, tying Vettel not just in points but also in P2 and P3 finishes, he still would have lost because Vettel finished 4th more times than him. Then in 2011, Ferrari had less pace. Alonso tried making up for it, but Vettel won anyway. And in 2012, he misses the championship again, this time by just 3 points. And it was so painful that Fernando stared at teammate Felipe Massa, who was in tears that Ferrari failed again. Then 2013, Alonso was 2nd, but the Red Bull was too dominant. But finally, 2014, the year Ferrari did something so unique. Now, oversteer and understeer are two big no-nos when you're building an F1 car, with most cars having mainly just one of these traits. And Ferrari built a technology marvel. They made a car that did those two things at the same fucking time. It was the most unstable pile of shit that Alonso had to fight just to stay on track. And not only that, the car looked like a limp dick. It performed as good as it looked. But now we can fast forward to the McLaren Honda era. These were the times of dread. The seas were ruthless, winds were howling, and cars were battling like it was life or death. While Alonso in his flaming hot Cheeto was behind everyone else collecting dust. Devastated by the penis Ferrari, Fernando came to McLaren in 2015 to find better, and he somehow found worse. Immediately in 2015 testing, Fernando had a huge crash that produced rumors it stopped him from aging. Now, you might think being frozen in time is a good thing, but if you're Fernando Alonso, that just means the pain will never end. By the way, the cause of that crash was a literal gust of wind. Even Mother Nature doesn't want this man to have nice things. But as Alonso raced for McLaren, the car and engine had 0 pace, which gave us so many radio crash outs.
GP2 engine, GP2. The engine was going much slower than before. Amazing. Even if you put a rocket ship, we will be 11th. Mate, I have no brakes, no tires. We are out of the points. We try to do whatever, but I don't care too much.
There was even a time Fernando had a huge crash where his car flipped and flew, and also had to push his car back to the pits, which kinda looked faster than the actual car. But if you've known Alonso for a while, you would know that even with a shitbox, he will always make up for the car's deficit. He is the tractor bender. In 2014, he still managed 2 podiums with the penis Ferrari. In 2016, he went from last to 7th twice. In 2017, he almost managed the podium with his McLaren, but then he got hit. Incredible luck. And in Baku 2018, after being crashed into, having to limp back to the pits for an entire lap, coming out in the dust, he still climbed all the way up to 7th. Keep in mind, 2017 and 2018 were the years McLaren was so shit that they barely had any sponsors, so Alonso had to sponsor them himself with his own brand Kimoa. But that was it for McLaren, as 4 years of Fernando's career was thrown down the drain. Now, of course, this does bring the question, why on earth did Alonso stay in McLaren for 4 fucking years? He could have left. And well, good point. But I think Zach Brown hit him with the, it's only delusional until it works. Great advice. But it never worked. So then Nando retired in 2018, went to Le Mans and won 2 championships in a row. See, this is what happens the moment he steps out of F1. But then he came back to Alpine, aka Renault, from 2021 to 2022. And that move was the best ad I've ever seen to never go back to your exes. I don't know how many times I have to say this to F1 drivers. They just love going back. Throughout Fernando's run at Alpine, he managed to get 1 podium and even qualified next to Max Verstappen in Canada. Seems like it was gonna be a great comeback. So here's a list of some of his other lucky moments at the team. His engine blew up twice, had water issues 3 times, a total of 8 DNFs all because of his car, and at the same time, his teammate was terrorizing him for 2 years. Oh, and the time he qualified 2nd in a baguette, the car had no pace and he got penalized. So yeah, the podium was pretty much it. By 2022, Alonso's career was filled with 2 championships and 15 years of dread. if that was Charles instead, I just know that he wouldn't just like the video of him jumping, he would actually jump. But Fernando was still hungry for that juicy third championship, so he went to Aston Martin. And when Alonso joined the team in 2023, he finally got the performance he deserved.
Fernando Alonso is onto the podium once again in Formula One. He's not going to try around the outside, but he is going to try the inside of turn 10. What a superb move from Fernando Alonso. Alonso's fought his way back through. What a move, Fernando Alonso.
Aston went from the back to the front row of the grid in just a year, and they had a 41-year-old still pumping out banger lap times, beautiful overtakes, 8 podiums, and challenged the Red Bull so hard it made my brain fucking explode. But knowing Alonso's luck, then came the Aston Martin upgrade hellhole. Do you guys remember the Ferrari cycle I talked about, which kinda goes like this?
Why are people saying Chelsea's going to lose to Aston Villa? Potter, is this a joke to you? You can call me crazy all you want. Somebody take me to the mental institution!
Well, Alonso has something similar, but the "it's so over" parts are stretched out to 15 years, while the "we are so backs" only last from 6 months to a year if we're lucky. Because halfway into 2023, Aston Martin turned to 007. 0 pace, 0 aerodynamics, and 7 upgrade failures. And this shit lasted for way too long. That Alonso dropped from 2nd to 4th in the championship, and in 2024 the car was already mid, and the upgrades just kept making it slower, so he finished 9th.
We are 4%. We are 4%. It's like the real car. It's like the real car.
And then 2025 came, and it was the worst start to any season Fernando Alonso has had. In Australia, he crashed because of gravel that was kicked up by the car in front. Then in China, his brakes were on fire. He barely missed out on points in Japan. Bahrain, Aston was shit. Until finally in the Miami sprint race, Alonso looked like he was gonna score some points. But he didn't, thanks to the little shit Liam Lawson, who decided to ram into him. I know Liam Lawson thinks he's Lightning McQueen, but he drives like Chick Hicks. And then came Imola and Monaco, where we saw a glimmer of hope, only for Aston fucking to mess it up. The switch-ups Alonso had were insane.
Okay, mate, nice work. P7, well done. P7.
I love driving. I love driving in this place.
12 seconds later.
Let's keep pushing now. Going to cover Hamilton.
I can't push now!
Tyre, so we're aiming to overcut him on this stint.
But there is 50 laps of the race to do that. 50! Now, engine is gone, I think. Yeah, retire the car.
Okay, yeah, stop the car. Stop the car.
Yeah, it's gonna be a torture. Luckiest driver in the world.
Like one day Fernando could be having a happy dinner with his whole bloodline, and Aston Martin comes in and shoots everyone in the fucking head. You know, these might be worse than what McLaren were giving Alonso. At least McLaren's car was consistently shit that he didn't get a false sense of hope. So thank you, Aston Martin, for pushing Fernando down when he's already at his lowest.
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital.
And just in case there's still anyone doubting this man's misfortune, let me describe Alonso's luck using metaphors and similes. Fernando Alonso's luck is so bad that his steering wheel would come off while he's driving. Oh wait, that actually happened. Fernando's luck is so bad that his car could rotate 540 degrees in a crash. Oh wait, that also happened. Let me try this again. Fernando Alonso's luck is so bad that his own teammates would try to kill him, and that's also happened in almost every single team. Okay, now let me try this one final time. Fernando's luck is so bad that his car would magically disappear and all he's driving is just a chair and a steering wheel. Now, how is that possibly ever gonna happen? Oh wait, it already fucking did. Like, I'm not even kidding. Things have gotten so bad that when Fernando finally got his first points in Spain, thanks to Max Verstappen molesting George, I was jumping up and down, screaming like the Cold War ended, cheeseburgers were buy one get one free, and Subway had $6 footlongs. The average Alonso fan went from dissatisfied with a P2 in Monaco to tearing up over P9. Again, here's more examples I wrote. Alonso's luck is so bad if he drove a McLaren it would turn into a literal papaya mid-race. Alonso's luck is so bad if he ran a rigged casino he would still lose money. Alonso's luck is so bad Aston had to hire everyone from Red Bull, and lastly, Lance Stroll is his teammate. But despite his horrendous luck, I'll always stay with this man through thick and thin. Being an Alonso fan has never been the easiest experience. Every day I wish I was a Red Bull fan, but I believe in our plan. Fernando will cook soup. He always does. And in 2026, that championship will come. If not, then late 2026. If that doesn't work either, then 2027. Or 2028. Maybe 2029. Point is, it'll show up. And no, I won't call that delusion either, because once again, it's only delusional until it works.